Hello everyone who is watching, this is FilibusterFox, and we're about to get started on another daily broadcast of League of Legends. Just gonna switch right over to Cam. Hello. Let me actually talk more into my mic so you get a consistent volume instead of me talking in the other direction. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be waiting for someone that's on my friends list here to get into queue. There's one person in queue for 5 minutes, one person for 3. First one to load is the game we are going to spectate. That's right, we're going to be spectating probably normals, but hey, there are some people who are pretty good on that list, and we're going to take a look. Either of them, whoever loads first, is one of the people from the team TGF that we spectated the other day in that tournament match of the best of 3. I do want to remind everyone watching this video that this stream, if you're watching it in the archives, is available every day at Twitch TV/FilibusterFox at 9 p.m. Pacific time every night. Saturday, I will not be broadcasting because I am working very late, so I'm going to take that night off. But otherwise, for the rest of the week, I will be broadcasting 9 p.m. Pacific at Twitch TV/FilibusterFox. Now, if you do run into audio issues, if my mouth is not synced with the audio, you need to go to watch the archives on Twitch TV instead of YouTube. Only sometimes when it transfers over do you run into that problem, but when you do, it's because of the transfer from Twitch TV to YouTube. So if you see that, just go to the Twitch TV link below, find the same episode on the archives on there, and you should be good to go. Alright. So, still waiting on one of those queues to go in. Thresh did get released today, and I haven't actually had a chance to play him yet. I just got off work just a bit ago, so I haven't had much time to see him in action. Maybe one of these games will include him. We'll have to see. Excellent. Here we go. Spectate game. Let's go to the little spectate cam. Yes, there it is. Let me go ahead and close my Skype so you don't have to worry about that. Don't actually have the live chat open right now. I'll open that up later. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. And spectate game. There we go. All right. So we're going to have on the blue team Naga. Yes, that must be Naga. As Misfortune with Flash and Cleanse as the AD carry, supported by Prid214, the Lulu at the bottom with Flash and Exhaust. We've got Rengar with Ghost and Ignite. We've got Gragas in the mid with Flash and Ignite. And we've got Wukong in the jungle, the Monkey King with Flash and Smite. For the purple team, we have X the Derp as Hecarim, who will probably be going top lane. We have Scumbag Jaitanat as Draven with Flash and Barrier. Supporting him will be... okay, maybe Pantheon, perhaps, or Hecarim? I'm not really sure. We're going to go with Pantheon as a random guess. Will be the support with Flash and Ignite. It's really hard to tell. And then we have LTG Frog playing Fizz. He's the one I'm actually spectating in the situation. He's from the TGF team. And in the jungler, we have Kreutzzy with Flash and Smite on Nocturne. Now, what we're going to see in some of these matchups is Misfortune and Lulu against Graze and an unknown kill lane support. That's right. Without knowing which support it is, it's probably going to be a kill lane. Kind of, if it's Pantheon, that's a lot of stun and kill potential there. So we may see some action from that. And I forgot to update that streaming live. Let me go ahead and turn that on. Streaming live at, maybe I should just do twitch.tv/FilibusterFox so people know where. That's probably the better link. All right, we're about to go in here. Not really sure how that's going to turn out. We're going to see who's going to go bot with this Draven, unless they're going to do a double kill lane bot and just send Draven top or something like that. You'll never know. They're doing something cheeky there. Misfortune and Lulu, the long-term favorite over a kill lane with a gimmick, unless that gimmick pays off big. Pantheon support is a pretty good gimmick, so I have to hand it to them. If they do that, there could be a lot of good situations there. Hecarim could make a passable support, that ult of his, causing a lot of havoc, and he's very tanky for those tower dives. Oh, it's not Hecarim at all, that's Thresh. No wonder. Well, that's going to be a Thresh support with Flash Ignite. Haha, that makes a lot more sense than Hecarim. Oh my, I had not seen X the Dirt play Hecarim for a long time, so that makes a lot more sense to me. His little picture looks a lot like Hecarim. I should have known. Anyways, that means we're probably going to see a Pantheon top, Fizz mid, and Thresh bot with a Draven. I'm not sure what to expect in the Thresh. We're going to talk about his abilities as we go on. So initially on in this, we're going to focus on that Thresh and learn what Thresh does and what he brings to that bot lane. And we're going to keep a close eye down there, even though the one we're actually following around is the Fizz, the ALTG Frog. He is not the one that we're watching with interest because Thresh is brand new, and we're going to have a look and see what he does. Alright, here we go, just waiting on Misfortune to load, and Draven with the ultra-slow potato computer. So that said, hopefully the volume settings are fine. I did do some adjustments. It should be a little louder than previous videos, so hopefully this will come in just fine here. Seeing a little bit of flashing going on my preview, but that's all good. Gragas, a very pokey mid against the Fizz, who's going and kill them mid. I actually have to favor the Fizz in this matchup, unless that Graves is very good with his barrels. Some gank action from the Wukong could turn that lane, but I really think Fizz has the advantage there, and by a lot. Fizz is very good at killing some of the more, less save yourself and get away champions in mid. Gragas has that ult to get away with in his little dash, but I don't think Gragas is a great matchup for Fizz. Well, I don't think Fizz is a great matchup for Gragas. Let's call them Kha'Zix. That would be unfortunate. Kha'Zix has put on a little weight and gotten a bit hairier since his Insectoid days. He seems to have, gone with the whole biker gang style and decided, hey, I don't care about my appearance anymore. I knew I looked absolutely spiffy as a hard-shelled insect, but no, I want to be a fat, mean guy who throws barrels and gets drunk. Alright, here we go. Everyone is fully loaded. We're waiting for the match to begin. We're going to have a very interesting look at Thresh in the bot lane. That's going to be the priority of this particular match, to keep an eye on that. But we're going to be watching everything else to a lesser extent. This will give me some extra opportunity to talk about ward placement in the bot lane throughout the laning phase, as we're starting from the beginning here, and we're going to see what these supports are going to build. And there we have the fat old Kha'Zix. Yes, Kha'Zix with the metal barrel, ready to fight. His name is Gragas. He's not Kha'Zix. Alright, let's have a closer look at this Thresh. He's sitting there with his chains and his lantern and his grim demeanor, and he's just thinking, hey, I'm the cool new champion that everyone wants to play because he's new, and we'll see how he actually stands up. Now he's got some pretty cool powers. His passive is Damnation. Thresh collects the souls of dead enemies by walking near them. Souls permanently grant him armor and ability power. He does not gain armor per level, so unlike most of everyone else, he doesn't get armor over time. He only gets it, Misfortune and Nocturne meeting each other over in the jungle there. He only gets it by collecting souls and building items. However, you get souls from the big siege minions. You get them occasionally from the regular minions, and you get them always from champion deaths. So he can pick up souls as long as he's nearby when they die. And that way, throughout the laning phase, he can be started building up. If he's getting lots and lots of kills in the bot lane, he can get pretty tanky without having to actually build tank items, which is pretty cool. He started with his Q, Death Sentence. Passively deals magic damage on every hit that builds up when not attacking. His value is equal to the total souls. So the more souls he collects, the more damage he does. And basically, he does more damage the longer he waits. And if you use it active, it grabs an enemy and pulls it to them. Kind of like a Blitzcrank pull, probably a shorter range. Not really sure of the range on it. Haven't had much of a chance to look at it. The W on Thresh, Dark Passage. You can send out a lantern that shields an ally, and they can click it to dash to Thresh. That way you can get out of dodge if you're in a lot of trouble. It's a good way to rescue an AD carry who's overextended and that you've gotten out of the range of the fight for. Flay. Knock nearby enemies in the direction of your choice. That's right. You get to choose where they go. You can cast forward to push, backwards to pull. That seems like it would take some practice. And he's actually top lane. I was wrong. They're having Pantheon support, as I originally thought. And then his ultimate is the box, where he traps himself inside a wall. Anyone who passes through that wall gets slowed 99% and takes magic damage with a 100% AP ratio. Rengar getting some early poke on the Thresh. Support champion is not fantastic at level 1 generally, but managing to equalize the damage dealt there. Down in the bot lane, Pantheon and Draven can do a lot of damage once they hit level 2 or 3. Bad situation down there for Misfortune and Lulu. If they can get through that dangerous early play, then they're fine. And mid, Gragas is understandably getting down to half health already by Frog, which is a rather appropriate name for a Fizz. Rengar just going in, trying to do damage. Just actually tanking it fairly well. Rengar just constantly jumping in and trying to do damage. Take advantage of this little bush jump he's got. But he's taking almost as much harass from him. Nocturne is coming up to try for an early gank top. Are we going to see some action here? Rengar has no idea this is coming. This could easily be a dead Rengar if they can land some slows. Nice slow going on to the Thresh before the fight, but the fear from the Nocturne goes down. Thresh misses the skill shot, letting Rengar just walk away because he missed his chain. If Thresh had hit the chain, it would have been an easy kill, but that missed skill shot gave a lot of trouble. So Rengar just walking into the bush, catching the Nocturne, trying to be the Ignite going down. It may not do enough damage. The shield enough to save the Nocturne. And Rengar still being very aggressive, taking Ignite. He's gonna go down from this, but is he gonna take someone with him? No. He just stays in fights for almost no reason when Nocturne was already leaving, feeding the kill to Thresh. Down bot lane, we see Pantheon and Draven getting pushed around by Misfortune and Lulu. A lot of ranged harass on those two. They should be able to zone them if they can get enough of an early start. Fizz and Gragas both low on mana and about the same health. Fizz with no advantage at all, actually, at this point. We've got a kill on Wukong in the jungle on Nocturne. Don't really care how it happened. We're watching Thresh. Blue pings up on Thresh. Wukong looking to get a second kill here after picking up the jungler in the double buff. Is he going to get caught out before he can get to the tower? Yes, he is. He's in the bush, but can he get away? The lantern goes down, the shield. Lots of nice shield there. Very protective, letting him just walk away from the Wukong. It's a pretty good shield, actually. How much is that shield doing, Thresh? Thresh, how much is your shield? 120 plus in 19. That's pretty good. He's been maxing that out first. That'll help him survive all of that harass that Rengar's trying to push down. Wukong being cheeky and stealing the jungle. This Nocturne is going to get behind fast if he can't do something about this. Not much to say right now. Thresh isn't in lane. It's the one we're trying to watch. The harass still going down pretty heavy onto the Draven. Misfortune taking a good bit of harass from the spears as well. Misfortune is winning farm by about 6. Not significant, but starting to become noticeable. Wukong coming in for the gank. He's not actually going to be spotted by the wards. He's just going to walk past the lane, and I don't think they saw him in time. But he is just going to walk back into the ward. If he'd come right into the lane, they would have been able to get a kill or two here. But they know he's here. Draven just teasing him, trying to get him to come out. For a lot of damage on Draven, just a little bit on Wukong. Wukong fairly successful there. Nocturne ganking the Rengar. Doing good damage, but not accomplishing much, because Thresh was just back at the tower farming. Fizz attacking Wukong in the jungle. Missing the ult completely, but doing a lot of chase here. Burning Flash, Ignite, trying everything to get this Wukong, and successfully collects the double buff and the kill on the jungler. Gragas right there. But Pantheon's nearby too. They're gonna jump on Misfortune here, getting caught out of position. but able to quickly get back to her tower, leaving Lulu alone. But hey, it's Lulu. She's got all the peel she needs. Slowing down the Fizz. Are they going to be able to... Oh, they knock Fizz in the wrong direction, and he gets away scot-free. Meanwhile, up top, Thresh is killing. Let's go back a little bit here. No, a little bit further. Let's go back a little bit further. You can see the fight going down here. Rengar at half health when it starts. Waiting for the ult. There goes the ult. There's the box. That 99% slow, hitting the Rengar, who stealths up. And Thresh just misses. Leaving Rengar alive, but at low health. Should be able to even tower dive him at this point. Not very much mana on Thresh, but it's going to be fairly easy for him to harass him with Rengar as low as he is. Wukong's not even anywhere close to help out. So Rengar is on his own. This gives X the Derp the opportunity to push up this tower, get a current has, maybe even a kill. Just keeping this pushed up, waiting for Rengar to make the mistake. Hitting the chain in tower range. That Ignite does manage to kill Rengar, and X the Derp only takes about one tower hit from it. Very good move by the Thresh there. Rengar should have gotten out a long time ago, or asked Wukong to come help. Wukong very low, going up to the top lane. May give Thresh another kill here, although Thresh is very low on mana. In goes the Wukong, attacking Thresh under the tower. Thresh is down below half health. Does get the E, what is it? The fillet on, and Wukong goes back in. Thresh is so very low. That shield does so very much, though. Juking each other. And down goes Thresh to the Wukong. Down goes Thresh to the Wukong. And down goes Thresh to the... Down. There he goes. Down goes Thresh to the Wukong. Wukong barely able to pick that up. Thresh almost able to juke out of the way long enough to get the kill, but he just didn't have the mana to pick it up, I think. Down in bot lane, Misfortune finally dies to the gimmicky lane. Pantheon getting the assist. Draven with a kill. Meanwhile, Fizz farms. Good Fizz. Anyone who farms is okay by me. See Rengar trying to revenge push up against the tower here. Nocturne quickly on his way up. Thresh not far behind. Nocturne's just going to go ahead and get red, though. If Rengar stays out too long, Nocturne will come up and kill him with the red buff. But Rengar's getting a lot of damage on the tower before they're able to react. Nocturne not going into the lane may have cost them this top tower. Thresh is going to get there just in time. Is Rengar going to try to tank up Thresh and just take the tower? No. But he is going to let these minions push up, get some tower damage going. Nocturne's coming in. This is going to be a kill on Rengar probably here, if they can manage to slow him enough so that they can finish it off. Nocturne going the wrong direction to land the fear. Rengar didn't go down that way into the bush. He just went straight south towards the Gragas. Nocturne went the wrong way to follow, didn't get the fear, not enough CC, and now they're walking into the trap by Gragas, who comes right out onto the Thresh. Getting the successful ult, but the box goes down, slowing them very much, but hey, they're killing you, Thresh. You're not going to get away by standing there when you slow them. And Thresh is going to go down to this, but they may be able to pick up a Gragas for this Nocturne, but if Nocturne stays too hard trying to kill it, he does not. He's going to back out, not being able to pick up the kill. Gragas is going to try to be under the tower. Fizz is going to try to come in and dive him under the tower before he can go B, but he's not going to get there in time as he goes in with the ult. And the ult does hits him in the B, hits him in the Nexus, but not going to be good enough. That's the well, not the Nexus, but that's fine. You know what I meant. Down in the bot lane, both Draven and Pantheon got killed by the standard bot lane as opposed to the gimmick. Rengar looking to push up, taking advantage of Thresh's death. Maybe get this tower. It's very low. Just a little bit of harass will bring the tower. Misfortune pushing up in the tower bot lane, but out of mana. Lulu's barely got any health. They're going to have to go B here soon, or Pantheon's going to be able to jump in on this Lulu and kill her. In goes the Pantheon ult. Missing both of them. But he's going to jump in, going into the stun, and the Ignite, everything blown on the Lulu, getting the Lulu kill, and forcing Misfortune out of lane. Meanwhile, up top, people died. Let's have a look at what happened. Alright.
Shut down.
Where did the Wukong go? I don't know. But Rengar trying to get aggressive on Thresh when Rengar has half health here. Rengar constantly thinking he's Dr. Mundo who gets stronger when he's weaker. Just playing at half health or less, constantly being aggressive. I gotta hand him. He's got balls. He's not gonna get scared out of this lane. But he maybe should probably think about it. Being a little bit scared when he's got half health against someone with full. And he is gonna play a little more conservatively. Waiting on that push to try to heal him up a bit. Thresh just gonna poke him for free because he's got range and, well, Rengar doesn't. Rengar can jump out of the bush. That's Rengar's range. Thresh just auto-attacking him. He's gonna take some minion hits for that, but I think he's gonna get more damage in the long run by doing it. Misfortune ults the bot lane minions. Takes a little harass in return. Pantheon jumping in, taking some tower, getting a lot of damage on Misfortune there. Lulu ult forced to keep her alive, but the slow hits on the Graves, forcing the Graves down to half health. Pantheon also at half health. Gragas and Wukong coming in to finish them off. They're not going to be able to get away from this. Pantheon's just going to walk off, but Wukong flashes in and ults to kill him. Gragas finishing off Draven with the flash, or the ignite, and the ult to finish off for the double kill on the Pantheon. The Fizz ult hitting the Wukong. Wukong's gonna maybe go down here if Fizz can just get a chance to catch up. He does, despite the Lulu cuddlies. And down, Fizz is about half health. Gragas does hit him with the chase, but he doesn't have enough mana to do anything else. Misfortune chasing, Nocturne going in to protect him, managing to pick up the kill on the Nocturne as Misfortune finishes off the Fizz. Nocturne still chasing them. Just callously chasing them because they have no mana left to defend themselves with the Draven ult missing completely. Thresh pushing up this top tower, taking advantage of everyone else being gone. No one's staying to defend the tower against the minion wave. Oh, Graves cancels his speed to do a little bit of farming to try and keep this tower alive. This is the first time it's being damaged. It's a grave threat from this minion wave. The Draven. Kragus not quite using his Q at the right time to kill any minions, missing all of the last hits he possibly could have taken from that wave. But successfully defending the tower against unnecessary harass. Wukong picking up a blue buff because, you know, Gragas doesn't need it. Not at all. Gragas has no use for mana. No cooldown reduction. Misfortune doing some harass, but she's all alone. A little out of position, but so is Draven. Draven taking a lot of damage. Down goes the ult, doing a lot of damage to Draven, but not very much to Pantheon. Pantheon, however, caught way out of position, trying to protect Draven. He's going to get slowed down enough. Are they going to be able to pick up either of these kills? Or does anyone have a flash? No, no one has a flash. No one has any sort of gap closer to try and pick these two off. They're going to walk away from lane, well, just barely. They very easily could have died in that situation. Threshing Rengar, playing around the top lane. Thresh taking a lot of damage to Rengar, who's at full health. Much better situation to be fighting in instead of less than half. But he did take a lot of harass in exchange. Basically, Thresh getting tons of free damage on this Rengar. Rengar going in once again. We're going to see possibly a Lantern go down here. No, the Lantern must be on cooldown. No shield to help him at all with that ignite and the Rengar kill. Going to Rengar for the kill that Rengar killed, because I am repetitively using words that I should not be using. Yes! And meanwhile, there's a fight mid with Fizz, Nocturne versus Wukong and Gragas. Wukong almost very nearly dead, but both of red teams very low. If this Gragas can land a good spell, he can get 2 kills here, but the fear hit him too hard. Fizz with enough health to finish off Gragas as Nocturne just backs out of range, getting a double kill for the Fizz. But top tower dies. No. Alright, so we're getting an idea of what Thresh is doing up top. Was surprised to not see him support as soon as he comes in, but I should have known better considering the player is, well, almost always top. With a Ninja Tabby and Leandri's Torment for that extra bit of harass every time he pokes. Misfortune holding the tower against Pantheon and Draven. Misfortune with 104 CS to Draven's 95 with about a 10 CS advantage. Kill-wise, Misfortune has 1 kill, 4 assists to Draven's 1 kill, no assists. Advantage there to Misfortune once again. Pantheon with 1 farm to Lulu's 1 farm, so the supports are pretty even there. Lulu has more supports, but Pantheon actually has a kill. Misfortune ulted Dragon, chasing it out of the pit. And then it just goes back into the pit because no one was actually there. Rengar getting caught by Fizz and Nocturne, taking lots of damage and just getting crowd controlled into dead. Misfortune and Wukong see if they can avenge him, but they're caught. Gragas is in the middle with 3 of the red team on him, but here comes Lu and Wukong ready to try to even up this fight, but Gragas goes down too fast. Wukong's also going to die very quickly to all this 4-man killing power. Fizz going back off into the mid lane. Misfortune trying to get a little free harass on him as he tries to defend the tower while the rest of red team goes to take care of Dragon. Fizz avoiding most of the damage of Misfortune. Misfortune not quite being able to survive, but managing to kill the Fizz before dying. Pantheon and Nocturne taking out Dragon for the red team, giving a nice gold lead of about 2,000 gold to the red team with 16 kills to 12, but they're behind 2 towers, which is keeping the blue game in the game. Blue team in the game, rather. The blue game in the team is very well kept. Draven is going to take out this mid tower for the red team and help equalize this. Thresh is going to try to take down this top tower before Rengar can get there. Probably have good success there. Bot tower, not in a situation where it's going to be destroyed, but Lulu's going to have trouble holding up Pantheon on her own. Rengar going in under the tower, doing a lot of damage on this Thresh. Thresh just slowing him down repeatedly. And Rengar getting to the point where the game froze. Is my stream still working? Bug splat. To the point where bug splat. Don't send. Alright, back into League of Legends. Well, that was an anticlimactic ending to that match. We'll see if we can pick up the spectate cam as soon as we get back, but we're going to lose a couple of minutes from that because I had paused and rewound at certain points. So we're going to lose some time from that, and then, of course, the time that is passing since I am reloading this here. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. There we go. We'll see if we can pick up this match here. Some time's going to pass, so we're going to see how they fare in the next couple of minutes in a very brief amount of time. Hadn't had a bug splat since getting my new computer set up, so I want to blame the new patch for that. Maybe I should do a fresh install and get it going good again. Let's go back into Spectate here. There we go. Should load up nice and quick. It's not going to make us wait on the potato loading time of the scumbag Jaytonaut. The Draven. See, everyone's loading at the same speed instead of the Draven taking all day. I think I'll have a bit of water while we wait. Alright. That did not take long. So we come back in. Red team has a 2.6k gold advantage with 6 kill lead. They've got 1 tower to the 2. They've only killed that mid tower. They did not actually pick up the top tower when Thresh was attacking it. Bit of a fight going off mid with a wasted Fizz ult as it misses. Wukong and Lulu holding off the Thresh and Fizz. Misfortune heading bot with some farm on golems, and hey, why not? Let's get some more farm because, hey, you're an AD carry. Guess what you should be doing most of the game? That's right. Killing minions. Let's see how well they kill minions. Oh, yeah. Look at that minion die. Oh, look at that. Yeah, all the damage is going down on those poor caster minions. They don't even stand a chance against Misfortune at this point. Misfortune just getting all of the gold and all of the CS because, hey, she's farming lane and Draven's in mid. Also farming, but less so. He may be able to farm a Rengar or a Wukong here if they get over-aggressive. The disadvantage of Misfortune being off farming is that she's not there for the team fight if it happens. And she is pushed up a little. They're backing off long before Pantheon and Draven will get there to cut them off. Pantheon and Draven will be able to stop the tower from getting pushed up by that minion wave. Nocturne having pushed out top lane. It's going to hit this minion wave at about tower range here, so you're going to see the momentum swing back into the blue minion's favor.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Red team's turret has been destroyed mid. With 3 mid against Fizz. The red team doing a good job of staying in this game by taking towers. That's right. Killing towers eventually wins the game. The further you get them in, the more defensive you get them, the more you lock them into their base, the better off you are if you take all of the objectives while they're stuck there.
In an exit.
And Draven is making an exit. And off he goes. No, no, he stayed. He canceled. He juked us with that B at the last second. Canceling in for the minion farm. 3 of red team descending on this bottom tower. Gragas and Lulu and Wukong on their way to defend. Draven should be able to kill this tower. Gragas is going to come and try and stop them, but they're going to see it coming. They should be able to cancel there. Wukong fighting the Nocturne in the jungle. Gragas just getting killed very easily to the 3 of them. Wukong not able to go in and do anything. Tower completely helpless against this onslaught. Meanwhile, Misfortune and Lulu are pushing up mid, taking advantage, taking an inner tower for an outer tower. Very good trade on their part. In fact, the outer tower hasn't even gone down yet. Wukong's just distracting them. They want to go in on the kill for Wukong. They're not busy killing the tower. Meanwhile, Misfortune keeps pushing up. The longer the 4 people from the red team stay down there, the more towers that will go down to Misfortune. They have got to... They're being right now. How much damage is Misfortune going to be able to do before that tower can have a proper defense? Fizz isn't far away. We may see Pantheon try and jump in here. Oh, Misfortune's just going to go in and on, but she's going to get caught by the Draven ult and the Fizz. Very poor move there. She took way too long to make that decision. And she's going to get caught. Lulu's getting caught too between the Nocturne and the Fizz. And that's going to be a double kill for no tower. But hey, Rengar picks up the top tower in the distraction. No tower, well, 1 tower for the blue team, but they did pick up double kill at the cost of a second. The perfect ultimate by Era of Games. That Pantheon ult on all of the minions and all of the champions that were in that empty area. Just doing so much damage. Just making good use of that cooldown. No reason to have it around. It's only a 120-second cooldown. There's no reason to hold on to that for a better time. You just want to ult into the lane, get the back of that minion farm. I'm sorry, Era of Games. I just made fun of you rather cruelly. Forgive me if you watch this. And Misfortune going back to farm the bot lane and get it pushing back against the enemy team. Red team being pushed deeper and deeper inside their base. Their gold advantage getting smaller and smaller. And they've only got a 2.8 coin gold advantage. Sure, they're ahead of 8 kills, but they're behind 3 towers. Blue team is doing a very good job of taking objectives whenever red team tries to get an advantage. Red team going for the Baron buff, but they're going to be spotted with that pink ward. Another ward. Are we going to see yet another ward in this bush? Are we? Yes, there's another ward placed by the Nocturne. Good ward coverage for taking a dragon. And they are managing to kill that ward. They've got this ward. They've got perfect vision for trying to take this dragon. They see everywhere. But Misfortune and Lulu are going to fight them 2-on-2. Nocturne very tanky. Pantheon getting ulted there. Pantheon not much health there. Lulu's gonna die to this though. Is Pantheon gonna get killed or is Misfortune gonna run for her life? Oh, she may be able to kite Pantheon on the way out and she's gonna be able to get that kill. Oh, the CC is gonna catch her though. Draven's getting caught in the back by Wukong. Misfortune gonna go down to the Nocturne and the Wukong, but oh, not the Wukong, but the Nocturne and the Graves. And the Draven manages to be out of range to kill Misfortune. Is Misfortune going to be able to get out? We're going to see. Nocturne does manage to get the kill, but gets ulted out of the way by Gragas and may go down to Wukong and Gragas. Thresh and Draven not far behind, trying to save this Nocturne. And Wukong does take a lot of damage, successfully saved on that Nocturne. And Thresh and Draven are just chasing this Wukong, wanting to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, Fizz is pushing the top lane, taking a tower. Gragas caught out of position, one-on-one against this Thresh. Thresh taking a lot of damage, not really hitting much. Oh, but he does land at 99% stun with his ult. And taking some more damage, but Lulu's there to help, who's just going to run away, even though they have the advantage in the situation because there are 2 of them and 1 of him, and he's not that better off than either. The ult going down on Gragas, who is running away at the time, realizes that, hey, I have lots of health now because I have a Lulu, and we can kill this guy easily. Wukong there to ensure that nothing goes wrong, and Draven's just waiting in the wings to pick off that Gragas. In goes the Q, complete miss. Gragas just walking away. Draven laughing at his failure. That was a good fight for the red team. Managing to pick off the Thresh, who got overly aggressive, overconfident. Thresh is actually a support champion. Probably not the best 1v2er in the game. Red is, however, going to pick up this dragon that they prepared for earlier, giving them a nice gold, bringing them up to almost a 5k gold advantage. Only behind 2 towers now. The Gragas way too low to be that far extended. Nocturne's going to go in and pick up this kill very easily. Going to take a little tower damage, but it's not going to matter because he's got so much tankiness built up. Look at that Warmogs and the Giant's Belt and the Warden's Mail, just everything, so much tank. But he's going to get caught 2v1 with Wukong and Rengar. Rengar getting feared, getting him out of range. Fizz coming in to try and kill off this Wukong. Miss Fortune not far away, but she's... Oh, she has Lulu with her. She's fine. Wukong ulting in. The flash from Frog, getting him out of range. Nocturne just speeding off into the distance, and blue team not able to quite pick up a kill from that engagement. They are, however, going to force this mid-fight. Fizz is caught out of position. Fizz comes out here, gets spotted. He may run into some trouble. Miss Fortune's going to go off by herself. She has no help at all. She's going to just get killed very easily. Oh, that Lulu barely saving her, but completely costing them this team fight. Miss Fortune had stayed in the back and not gone for the kill on her own. Very nice bait by Frog to pull her in there out of position. If the tankier ones had initiated, she could have easily turned that fight around, but instead, she's out of position. We saw the Pantheon ult go down and immediately get canceled. That does indeed put it on a brief cooldown, not a complete cooldown. That is not so bad as it could have been. He does have it available again due to the very fast cancel. And I ran out of water, and I'm very thirsty again, because this is very talkative. Popular static shit. I remember when that first came out, everyone hated it, and now it seems like everyone wants to build it. And by everyone, I just mean everyone I talk to regularly. They were like, oh, static shift's terrible now. It's an insult to Ionic Spark. Well, all of the AD carriers are building it now. Instead of the tanky ADs. Like Shen. It's no longer a Shen item. I guess it can be a Shen item. Miss Fortune getting caught off by a little CS, CC there. Oh, lots of good coordination by the red team here in this fight. Pantheon ult is actually going to hit something here. Wukong's going to go down to that Ignite. Fizz going to pick up a double kill. Or sorry, a triple kill on that Lulu. Nocturne picking off the kill on the Gragas who's trying to escape. It's going to leave only Rengar up, and red team's going to get a huge advantage from this. They're going to be able to take 1 or 2 towers, even an inhibitor for free here. Fizz just going in under the tower on Rengar. Rengar, hey, I can actually do damage. And hey, Thresh is crashing the game, apparently. I don't know what's going on here, but there is certainly a problem here. Another crash when the Thresh is going into a team fight. We're going to get back into this game as soon as we can. I would like to apologize on the behalf of Riot Games for making my game suck. That's right. Riot would very much like to apologize for making the client clash. I'm going to switch back to the live cam and give you my serious look. Okay, that wasn't really my serious look. That was my eyebrows raised in a somewhat silly serious look, but I'll pull out the stare. Oh, sounds like we're getting logged in here shortly. We're going to go back into this match as soon as we can. They didn't manage to win that already. They did not manage to win that already. Into the spectate game. Here we go. We're going to pick this up as soon as possible. See what kind of damage they caused after that team fight. Apparently, I don't need to fight against the Thresh because they'll just be crashing all over the place. What is going on here? Why am I crashing? I may need to check all of my league files and see if there wasn't a corrupt download or something like that in this batch. We have blue team taking Baron. It looks like they just got a triple kill on the red team. What happened when we were done? That second tower didn't go down. They've closed up this gap a little, killing 3 of the red team. Are we going to see red team be able to steal this Baron? It seems very unlikely. They just didn't get there in time. Blue team did get this Baron, and they're going to have a only 4.5k gold disadvantage. There's still a tower ahead. Draven ult coming in, interrupting Wukong's beat. And we're back in. And you want to watch, don't you? Yes, you do. Let's go back to the spectate cam. Blue team just picked up the Baron. Sorry about that. Forgot I was on the wrong cam. I was so in a hurry to log back in. Thank you, Moyami, for the quick eyes. And back into the game we go. Red team with an 11 kill advantage, but a 1 tower disadvantage with about a 4k gold advantage. They're all pushing up mid, except Nocturne, who's back in the jungle, farming wolves, because wolves are game-changing at this point. Their team all going mid. Maybe they're going to try and cut off this Wukong who's pushed out farming. Wukong's going to just walk back to the tower. They're going to be able to catch him there, though. All of them together, they can tower dive Wukong, no problem. Fizz just dancing around, trying to get over the wall, not quite succeeding. He's going to walk in. Is he going to stop the meantime? Oh, he gets caught by the decoy, and everyone else went around. This Wukong's going to be able to walk away. Misfortune catching Draven, huge. Draven solo having to disengage from this fight, but Misfortune's going to have to disengage too. She's being feared, but Games goes down as the Pantheon. X the Derps, Thresh is getting killed right now. Misfortune still being died by this Nocturne, but is Nocturne going to be able to pick up the kill before he himself dies? Yes, he will, but he dies instantly afterwards. We see Thresh barely getting out of the situation. Rengar chasing him down for the kill. Fizz still in the fight, just the only one left because Draven already went B. We've got 4 for the red team. 3 dead versus 1. Misfortune the only one to die in this situation. Couldn't have picked a better one to kill admittedly out of the group. And, oh, Gragas, that's his name. He flashes over the wall after LTG Frog flashes over, but hey, Frog has another way out, but so does Gragas. Gragas continuing the chase. This Frog very, very low, and Fizz goes down to Gragas, giving a huge advantage to this blue team in this situation. We've got Scumbag Chaitnot as the Draven trying to chase down this Gragas, who's very low after that fight with Fizz, but we're not seeing a lot of pushing on the half of the blue team here to take advantage of the whole red team being dead. They still got the Baron buff, and it's not going to last much longer. How much longer do you have left on that? You've got a little less than half. And you're going to try and take out this tower here, but all of the red team is back. They're going to be able to stop just Wukong pushing this up. So Rengar's going to go. He's going to take buffs from their jungle. Wukong's going to keep this push up, and he's back off. Take Wolf, because they're essential at this point in the game. Oh, and Gragas catching him with the ult, but then missing him with his charge. And Draven may be able to get away from this situation. Wukong's there to pick up the kill, though, and down goes Draven. Draven dead once again, giving another push chance to Misfortune and Rengar up here, trying to catch this Nocturne, but they're not going to be able to. They're going to need to farm up a lane, or they're going to need to try and get back with the rest of their team and all push together. Misfortune and Rengar still catching up to this Nocturne. Nocturne having to blow stuff to escape. Thresh is there to help. They could turn around and do a lot of damage to this, but Misfortune is focusing the squishier Thresh. Rengar turns around, igniting the Thresh, and the Thresh is going to die very quickly. Thresh is down, Draven is down with the fight down in bot lane. Wukong is being attacked by Pantheon and Frog, with Misfortune there to help now. Misfortune way too squishy for this. Pantheon is ulting in. Misfortune is going to get, barely caught by that. Frog just barely alive, and they do pick up the kill on Misfortune before they go down. And Gragas and Lulu just decide, hey, we don't want to fight an almost dead Fizz. Rengar does, though. Rengar gets the Fizz kill, and then is stuck in a 2v1 here against Nocturne and Pantheon, going down himself. Gragas and Lulu easily could have helped in that situation and turned that fight, and maybe got a triple kill for them, with maybe just one death there if they had all fought together. But instead, they took the blue buff, they took the map objectives, and Rengar went in and got killed. 3,000 gold advantage to the red team. 1 tower behind, but they're 8 kills ahead. That gold advantage they've had is going back to more even as blue team's been starting to win these team fights. Red team has to get their act together. They're behind in towers, just a little low. They're just a little behind in the push and the momentum. They need to take the momentum back and make use of this 3,000 gold advantage they have, or it's going to become really irrelevant in the next few minutes. Big minion wave up top for Thresh to farm. It's always nice. We're going to go ahead and pull up this farm screen because it's been missing for a while now, and I hadn't noticed. We're looking at Misfortune 207 farm with 6 kills and 9 assists, to Draven's 171 farm, 3 kills and 5 assists, giving a huge gold advantage, 12,600 gold for Misfortune to the 9,800 gold for Draven. That's going to make Misfortune a dominant team fighting and a dominant pushing threat. They're really going to have to focus down Misfortune. She really probably should have invested for an earlier Guardian Angel here, because if they focus her down, they're going to take down most of red team's damage with that one fight. Now we have all of blue team pushing up mid here. Draven already almost dead from the harass, just barely escaping here. They're going to be able to take a 3 tower here almost, because they just, Fizz is just going in. Pantheon not far behind. Nocturne jumping in on the Misfortune. Misfortune caught out completely by herself. 2v1 on her. Pantheon survives. Wukong killed under the tower. Blue team did a horrible job of staying together in the team fight and denying all this push, letting Misfortune die to the fight. A very good initiate on red. They had a very bad starting position here. It should have been an easy tower for the blue team, but in goes Fizz, just with no fear at all, picking up a triple kill and turning the tide of this game once again in favor of the red team. Gragas not going to be able to defend multiple lanes at once. Huge minion wave going to the bot. He's going to go farm that up. Meanwhile, red team's going to push up the mid here and probably take an inhibitor before blue can respawn. This inhibitor is going to be game-changing. It's going to give red really the strong opportunity to take advantage of this lead they have and just keep extending it because blue is going to be stuck in their base. Red's going to be able to take the map objectives. Red's going to be able to split push multiple lanes at once because the minions will be doing one for them. Fizz very low, but Gragas just targeted Nocturne instead, doing lots of damage to the tanky one. Inhibitor dies. That bot tower still being pushed up by the minion wave, but it's not going to be enough. Red is going to have to go help that out. But they're all going to go B. Blue team's going to be able to defend, no problem. Pantheon getting caught, not quite paying attention while he's getting B. He doesn't have much help. Draven is there. Thresh is there, but no one else is. Wukong still going in. That Thresh Lantern giving Era the opportunity to escape. As I reach for my water bottle and realize that it is completely empty.
Draven's making an exit.
Draven is making an exit. Blue team really needs to focus on protecting Misfortune during these team fights. She is way ahead in this. She is a dominant force. She's critting for 700 and plus on these minions. She's able to do lots and lots of damage. That Black Cleaver and Static Shiv is going to be really ridiculous if she can maintain her focus and get damage in on the enemy. I will need extra water bottles per stream. I'm just going for an hour just intensely talking at loud volumes with my good voice, which is a little wearing on the throat. And Fizz is here catching Lulu out of position, but Rengar is there to help, but it's not going to be enough. Wukong is there too, but Gragas is in there too. And now it's just Nocturne in the middle of them. Fish having him backed off. But the rest of the red team is there to take advantage of it. Rengar is killed. And oh, that huge slow going down on Gragas. Gragas being able to escape there, but Misfortune is caught here. She's going to have to stand and fight to do anything at all, but she's feared. And in comes the rest of red team to finish off Lulu, and Misfortune is going to be cut out in the jungle between Fizz and a hard place. Pantheon all going down and doesn't even land before Fizz finishes her off. That's going to be an ace for the red team, and they're just going to be able to push and win this. This is going to be GG for the red team. They just push up these lane waves, take out these towers at the Nexus, and push for the win. We're looking at the situation. Fizz had 20 kills, 5 assists. Huge, huge goal lead with 16,600. Nocturne not far behind. We're seeing Fizz as the MVP for the red team, and Misfortune carrying the blue team. Alright, everyone. We're 45 minutes into the show, about 50 since it started a little early. So, I'm going to take a quick wrap up here. And I'm not going to take a quick break before the wrap up because, hey, why take a break between,